This is Radio Raheem here at Justin Fortune's gym. And Justin, you know, you've had a big comeback with Manny Pacquiao. You've reunited with Freddie Roach. You guys got together for Pacquiao versus Bradley. First of all, talk to me about what it was like to get back in that camp and, you know, with old friends.
It was good going back to camp. We just, we picked up like it was yesterday. So that's what, you know, that's what we know, we're just friends. Because we've been together for so long, since 2002. So it was easy being up Manny. You know, Manny works hard when he's with me. So not that he wasn't working hard with Fred, but he does, you know, Fred does all the technical side of it and the boxing, and like you get him in shape.
You know, being a conditioning coach, you're constantly pushing guys, telling guys to go past their limits and, you know, what they think they're able to do, getting them ready for huge fights. After that win against Bradley, you came into a life fight of your own, a challenge probably that nobody is prepared for. Can you talk to me about how that came about, how you found out, and what happened next?
Well, yeah, I had got diagnosed with throat cancer. That's why I can't talk properly. Still got nerve endings need to go back. Yeah, I found that out at Manny's fight, you know, just before the fight, but I didn't say nothing. And then we had the operation, and you know, it's a tough fight. That's a tough one. So we're still battling it. Get my results back in about a week or so. Make sure I'm clear. Then I just have to maintain a different lifestyle.
You said you found out actually before the Pacquiao-Bradley fight. Did you share it with the team?
No.
So mentally, like,
why would I do that? I would never ever do that to a fighter or anyone else. It was, you know, what they found out in my business, and I'll take care of it. And it wasn't for that occasion. So
mentally, like, again, you're reunited with old friends, and there's a lot of pressure on everybody in a corner to win a fight, and you're going through this in your head, knowing that this has happened to you physically. How do you press through in a situation like that and stay focused on your job?
You know, I have good people around me. My wife, Tam, is my biggest supporter, family, good friends, and you know, and it's you know, cancer's, you have to do a radical lifestyle change, which means everything, diet, the whole fucking thing, and you got to be prepared to do that. So boxing and coming up against challenges. Dude, I stepped in the ring with Lennox Lewis, so cancer's not that bad.
Lennox Lewis is worse than cancer.
Lennox Lewis punches a lot fucking harder. But, you know, so being an athlete, and a lot of athletes do the same thing, because you challenge yourself every day. It's just another challenge. If you take that mindset, then, you know, you can beat it.
Now, it's a unique situation talking to someone like you because, again, being a conditioning coach, you're so attuned to people's bodies and how to make changes in the body, how to harden people up. I think, you know, your famous moniker is harden the fuck up. Yeah, so when it came time for you to harden the fuck up, what did you do exactly to battle this disease?
Well, I dropped about 40 pounds because when I look back at it, our last couple of years, although I am what I am with my job, I was out of shape, I was overweight, I was acidic, you know, with all the bad things I could do to my body, I fucking was doing them, and hence I just, you know, got the dose of the old cancer. So like I said, drop weight and get back into shape, do what you normally do. So it was my fault that I let go that far, and I suffered the consequences, and now you just, you know, you battle on, you another fight, and away you go.
I know that you got me on the alkaline water. I'm assuming that's how you battled the acidity.
Yeah, that and then, you know, and just change your diet. Diet's everything. Eliminate sugar, which is a fucking killer, and it'll kill just processed foods, red meats. You know, try to eliminate the chemicals and the sugar, and you know you drop weight for fucking start, but you'll feel a shitload better once you pass those cravings. It's easy.
You know, having done all of those things, change your diet, you know, drink different kind of water, obviously drop the weight, you still had to go through the surgery. Like, and if people will remember, the Bradley fight wasn't that long ago, so have done all of this in that time. it seems miraculous that you're even back and, you know, back in camp and healthy and at your gym and working. How did you make such a fast recovery?
I'm a good healer. I always say, you know, that's just the way it is. I wanted to get out of hospital as fast as I possibly could and get back onto my foods and my diets and my stuff and my nutritional stuff. And just you heal fast. I think hospital's brilliant. My surgeons are unbelievable. Saved my life. But the faster you get out and get back on your own schedule and help yourself, the better you'll heal. And that's really that's the mindset I had, was to get out of there as fast as I possibly could and then get back to doing what I do. And it was like 10 weeks ago, 11 weeks ago that I had the operation. It was a good operation too. It was like 9 hours under the knife. Open your neck up. Chop up your wrist and shit.
So wait, they cut you from like behind your ear?
Yeah, from ear to underneath, and they take out my lymph nodes, my palate, half my palate, tonsils, a little bit of my tongue, and then stitch your ass back up.
And what's this?
This is skin grafts where they repair the palate and take out the vein because it was wrapped around my carotid artery. Then they take stuff off your leg to fix off your hand, and take stuff off your hand to fix your head.
It made you the bionic man here.
I fucking wish. It'd be worth more money.
So when someone battles a life-threatening disease like that and goes through the kind of changes you've already described, it often, if not always, changes your life perspective too, how you look at life and going forward, how you might live it. How did this experience, and has it so far changed your life?
It changes my life, and you know, I value things a lot more. As far as my fighters go, it makes me take less shit from my fighters. And so you bitch at me, and you know, and you complain. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. I mean, my God, you know, I could walk back and have a fight in another 3 or 4 months if I wanted to. It's just your attitude, and you have to change. I mean, there's tons of athletes that have, and there's tons of fighters. You know, Jacobs is one of them, and they've beaten cancer and beaten the odds. And you know, it's an athlete's mindset that they have to fight and they have to keep going. They have to train. You know, and that's what helps them battle. I believe it helps them get through a whole bunch of shit. It makes you physically and mentally strong, and that's what you need to beat something like cancer.
You know, we work in a very testosterone-driven, A-personality type of environment all the time. And when people see disease or weakness as they perceive it in other people, a lot of times they try to take advantage of that or belittle people. Have you experienced any of that or had to deal with anybody feeling like, oh, maybe you're not up to this anymore?
But yeah, no one's got the balls to say it to my face, that's for fucking sure. I mean, if you do, I'll slap the shit out of you. It doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck what I had or have or whatever. No, not at all. Everyone else has been very positive and wish you the best and stuff. There's haters out there. I'm sure there is. Who gives a fuck? I haven't got time to waste. I really don't have time to listen to it. Or to be that way, or to be have a sort of animosity towards people that hate. What's the fuck's the point? It's too valuable, mate.
Right, and see, that kind of mental toughness is not only what gets you through a situation like this, but like you said, which stops people from even trying to bring that up. But these young fighters, a lot of times they have an air of invincibility. They feel like, you know, they can take on the world, but maybe deep down inside, they're not so sure. So when you see a fighter like that, someone who doesn't feel like they can be beaten, but you know that there are weaknesses there, how do you approach a young mind like that and harden them the fuck up, if you will?
That's what you do. You change their training around. So, I mean, boxing's hard. I mean, you know, and my sort of way I approach boxing is what they used to do in the 40s, 50s, 60s. You know, when they were working, they had jobs. They were laying bricks or mixing mud or shit like that, you know, or doing physical manual labor. And if you've done everything, you've done all your runs, you've done all your hard work, you're physically and mentally, if you're physically strong, then your mental strength comes as well. So, you know, there's, and then there's that air of invincibility. Floyd has it, because Floyd's a fucking gym junkie. You know, he's always training, and he always comes to fights fucking fit. So yeah, he's invincible. He has the right to be that way, because he trains for it. You know, that's just the way it is. Manny's the same way. He trains hard for it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with invincibility and a shitload of confidence when you're a fighter. If you didn't have it, you wouldn't be winning. So that's the sort of deal.
And lastly, obviously, Manny Pacquiao has a fight coming up. You're in the corner for that. He's a very religious guy. Did you talk to him about the situation that you've been dealing with, and did you have any discussion?
Yeah, Manny sent me his wishes and prayed for me and stuff. And, you know, I don't care what people say about prayer and things. It's just positive thoughts, and they, you know, they go a hell of a long way. And, yeah, it's my belief that they work. So...
Radio Raheem with Justin Fortune at Fortune Gym. Listen, man, it's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to know you for over a decade. You know, since I was 18, actually. Jeez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Made me feel real old.
Well, you know, I'm only 26 now, so it's not that long ago. Man, so we all wish you well. I know that there was an outpouring from fans and, you know, your colleagues alike.
People were very, very good, very nice. And
Yeah.
I thank everyone for that love and support. It's brilliant.
Thank you for sharing your story with us, man. Radio Raheem with Justin Fortune. See you.